Hello, innovators. I'm Karen Bartucci here at the North Central College Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And today I have with me Shawn True, who is the founder of Trooz Cleats. He's also a North Central alum and visiting guest lecturer. Did I get that right?
Correct.
Okay, great. So he's going to talk a little bit about his company, Trooz. So can you tell us a little bit about what you have with you here today?
Sure. So in 2010, I was working with a soccer athlete, Kelsey Graham, and she was having some foot and ankle issues. And at the time, I was actually also thinking about trying to find better fitting shoes for my daughters, who happen to be very young, because once they get a certain age, they start getting a pointy toe box, and it was really hard to find shoes for them that were better fitting. So I had shoes on my mind, and I was working with Kelsey.
I always have shoes on my mind.
Right? I would love to be barefoot. So I was looking at her cleats that happened to be on the floor, and I had grown up playing soccer and football and been in cleats, and I was like, man, I remember how uncomfortable cleats always were. And I look at them and looking at Kelsey's foot and back to the cleats, and like, they don't look anything alike. Like, why don't cleats look like feet? So started investigating and talking to some people and found a product developer, and we got some prototypes made, and we did all this testing and came to find out there are really not much out there for women as far as cleats, because the feedback from players, especially the women players, were these feel phenomenal, and while they feel like they were made for me. So went and did some research, and you can find 700 pairs of cleats in the men's section online and maybe 50 for women. So we totally shifted, and we just said, we're just going to go and find and make the best cleats for women, but there was nothing out there, so we had to create from scratch a mold just for women, and then that's how we got to
You got to show the product.
Yep. So if you look at the bottom, there we go, the white, it actually looks like the bottom of a foot, and this comes out here, so you actually have room for your pinky toe, and your fifth metatarsal, the outside bone, does not get smashed in. So your foot can behave like a foot.
Cool, very cool. So this has been 8 years in the making for you. So
Yep.
any advice for our young entrepreneurs or those looking to start their own business?
It's really hard. And
But possible.
But it is really hard to get going at first, but find people that you trust and find people that have your best interest at heart. I'm very lucky to have a team of people that have the cleats best interest, and I'm not a business person, but I've learned a ton from them, and finding people that are going to help you get to the next step is really important.
Great, and where can people go to learn more about Trooz?
People can go to troozcleats.com. That's TROOZ as in zebra, cleats.com.
Great, well thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thanks, Karen.
All right.